All right. Hey guys. All right. Hello guys. Hello. All right. So hope you guys are doing wonderful this evening. All right. So for those that will be watching for the very first time, welcome. My name is Adeola, and I am the founder of the Coils and Glory brand and also the Coils and Glory hair extensions line and pretty much anything that has to do with the Coils and Glory brand, including the Melanin Babes apparel t-shirt line. All right, so tonight's workshop will be all about hair regimens. Now, did you know that there are actually 5 types of hair regimens? Yeah, 5 types, and I discovered that by doing a lot of research, right? So tonight I'm gonna quickly go over hair regimen, what they are, and how to create yours, and also how to incorporate these 5 types of hair regimen into your hair routine. All right, so first of all, let me quickly go over what hair regimens are and pretty much how to create yours. So hair regimen is pretty much like a timetable. So a hair regimen would have a list of products you're gonna be using in your hair. It'll have a list of tools you're also going to be using. So that could be combs, blow dryer, bobby pins, you know, even hair extensions. That would be, a hair tool. And then it'll also have time, right? So product, tools plus time, right? So meaning, so by time, I mean how often are you going to be using those products or those tools, right? So hair regimen is pretty much, to put it in simple terms, it is a hair timetable, right? So let's say, for example, you want to lose some weight, or you want to maybe yeah, lose weight. I think that's a very popular goal for a lot of people. So you probably have a meal plan and some sort of an exercise regimen or plan, right? So your meal plan will obviously be very different from when you didn't have the health goal or the weight goal, right? So a hair regimen will be the same thing, right? So a hair plan, a plan for your hair, as to, so the goals that you have for your hair and how do you intend to achieve them. So for example, let's say your hair feels very dry, and so you want to work on moisture retention. Your hair regimen will be different from somebody whose goal might be length goal, right? So length retention or even hair growth, right? So yeah, so to put it in simple terms, hair regimen is pretty much, timetable for your hair. So now, what are the different types of hair regimens? So I'm gonna list them out, and then I will just go over them in more detail. So the first type will be a daily regimen, right? Because it's the little things that you do every single day that will add up to, what you currently have. And then the second one will be a weekly regimen, right? The third one will be a bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. And then the fourth one will be a monthly regimen. And then the fifth one will be a quarterly or a seasonal regimen. So to repeat, daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and seasonal, right? So those are the 5 types of hair regimen. So let me quickly go over them in a little bit more detail, because I talk about it in Moisture Retention Blueprints, which is actually my signature course. All right, so daily regimen. So daily regimen, for example, in my case, my daily regimen will be hair styling, right? So every day I would style my hair, and I would just wear it in different hairstyles, right? So if you follow me on IG stories, you probably notice that I change up my style a lot, right? And every night, so at night I will twist my hair. I might put it in like 2 chunky twists, or maybe 2 buns, so they can stay stretched while I sleep, and then the following morning I'll take it down, right? So that will be my daily regimen. And then I will put some oil in my hair, right? And sometimes, I would also moisturize my hair by applying some sort of a leave-in conditioner, right? So that will be my daily regimen. So weekly regimen will be what you do to your hair every single week. So your weekly regimen could be, for example, your wash days, right? So that will be when you wash your hair. So you will do the shampoo, the conditioning treatment, and then you will style your hair for the week, right? So that could be your weekly regimen. Now, a bi-weekly regimen could be, something special you do to your hair. So, for example, let's say your goal will be moisture, to keep your hair moisturized, meaning that you probably need to alternate between moisture treatment and also protein treatment. So, for example, so every 2 weeks you might decide to do a protein treatment of some sort, right? All right, let's fix that. Right, so you might decide to do protein treatment of some sort, right? So that could be every 2 weeks, or if you are the type that likes to change up your style, maybe every 2 weeks. That might also be your bi-weekly regimen, so every 2 weeks. All right, so the fourth type of regimen will be your monthly regimen. So monthly regimen for most people will be changing up their hairstyles, right? So let's say, every month you get braids, or every month you get a new hairstyle. So it could be crochet one month. Following month you could decide to leave your hair out. Following month you could do cornrows. Following month you could do box braids. Following month you can just wear wigs or clippings, right? So that will be, your monthly regimen. Or you might even decide to do like some sort of like a clarifying treatment, right? So you might decide to clarify your hair with a clarifying shampoo once a month, right? So when it comes to the exact date, right? So that will be, when you actually create your regimen, and we'll get to that shortly. Right? All right, and the last type of regimen will be your seasonal regimen or your quarterly regimen. So depending on where you live, in some parts of the world, so right now I'm actually living in Medellin, Colombia, and it's the same temperature all year long. So it's kind of hard to have a seasonal regimen, but I can obviously have a quarterly regimen. So that will be every 3 months, right? Yeah. Every 3 months, right? So yeah, but if you live in a temperate climate, meaning that you have 4 seasons, it'll be seasonal regimen. So what is seasonal regimen? So seasonal regimen will be different kinds of regimen you would have for each season, right? So for example, in the summertime, your regimen will be different from the winter time, from the spring, from the fall, right? And now, so that will depend upon what kind of product you're going to use in the summertime versus the winter time. All right, so now I've gone through what a regimen is. I've gone through the 5 types of hair regimen. So now I'm going to quickly go over how to build your regimen. And again, like I said, I talk about these 5 types of hair regimen, and even how to create your own personal hair regimen in Moisture Retention Blueprint, which is my signature course. So I'm going to leave a link where you can get more details and even enroll in the program. All right, so how can you incorporate these regimens? So the daily regimen, the weekly regimen, because you're probably wondering, really, there are actually that many types of hair regimens? Yeah, right. So that's why hair regimens, it's such a popular topic in my community, because it can get a little bit complicated. So how can you create your own hair regimen? So you're gonna need, first of all, you're gonna need some sort of a calendar, right? Some sort of a calendar for at least 3 months, right? Because remember, you're creating, you have to incorporate all this regimen. Now, it doesn't mean you have to create a regimen for the whole year, right? You can actually create a daily regimen, and I actually have 2 free regimens that I give away on my website. One of them is a monthly regimen, which has it has the daily, weekly, bi-weekly, and the monthly all incorporated in one document. And I also have the weekly regimen, which also has the daily regimen incorporated. So I give those away on my website. If you guys want to get more details about it, let me know, and then I'll send you the link. But it's actually on my website. If you just go on coinsandglory.com, read any blog post, you'll be able to access the daily regimen. The monthly regimen, I don't give it away to everybody. I want to give it away to special people. So you're gonna have to send me a DM of some sort. So yeah, so you're gonna need a calendar, because remember, a regimen is like what? It's like a timetable for your hair, right? So you're gonna need a calendar, and and then you're gonna have to choose. So obviously the daily regimen, that's easy. You're just gonna write it out on your calendar. So every day it could be moisturize, seal, lubricate, style. So obviously that's very easy, the daily regimen. Now the weekly regimen, you can choose a day that you want to wash your hair, right? So it could be every Sundays, it could be every Monday evenings, it could be every Saturday mornings. Again, you're going to write that down on your calendar, right? So wash day, wash day, wash day, wash day. All right. So now for the bi-weekly regimen, so that's every 2 weeks. So usually my bi-weekly regimen will be like some sort of a protein treatment, or might change up the product that I use for my deep conditioning treatment. So 1 week I'll use one product, the following week I'll use the other product, right? Or you could decide to do like ACV rinse every 2 weeks. That's up to you, right? So again, depending on what you're going to be doing to your hair, so let's say a protein treatment, again, you're going to write it so every other week, right? So let's say your wash days happens every Saturdays, so every other Saturday you could put that in. So protein treatment, right? All right, so now for the monthly regimen. So the monthly regimen, it helps to choose a particular day in the week or in the month for when you're going to be doing the monthly regimen. So it could be every first Saturdays of the month or every last Friday of the month, right? Again, you have to choose that based on your schedule. So, for example, your monthly regimen could be to get a hair trim, for example, right? To trim your hair, or it could be to clarify your hair, right? So to use a clarifying shampoo, right? So again, you're going to choose that day. So it could be every first Friday of the month, every last Saturday of the month. So you're just going to go and write it for the next 3 months. Clarify, right? And now finally for the seasonal regimen, or for the quarterly regimen every 3 months. So for you, it could be to trim your hair, right? It could be to trim your hair, or it could be to get a special hair treatment. So that will be up to you, right? So again, so for example, let's say every 3 months, so it could be March, July, October, and December. I think that's it, right? So yeah, so again, but obviously that means you have to plan ahead of time. But you can just choose, okay, so every 3 months, this is what I'm gonna do to my hair on, let's say, on the last Saturdays of those months, right? So every 3 months, I have to remember to go to a salon to trim my hair, or whatever it is you wanna do to your hair every 3 months or every season, right? All right, guys, so that is it. So I just went over regimen, so natural hair regimen, what a regimen is, the 5 types of hair regimens, and how to create your own natural hair regimen. All right, guys, so I want you guys, so your homework now will be to go and create your regimen for at least 1 month, all right, and tag me on Instagram. So if you're going to be sharing the regimen on your stories or even on your profile, just tag me at Coins and Glory. Very easy to find me. At Coins and Glory, and then I'll be able to see your regimen. And if you need any help or input, advice, tips, or whatever, again, you know where to find me and how to find me. And for more details about the moisture retention blueprint, which is actually a 6-module program, and it is the only, guys, it is the only 4C hair course out there, because guys, I find it so frustrating that nobody knows how to take care of 4C hair, and that's why most of the times I always wear my own hair out, because guys, I don't want to be fighting with anybody when it comes to my hair. So it is the only 4C hair course out there that teaches about moisture retention. So if you guys want to learn about why your hair feels dry and the science behind our 4C hair, because guys, we know that 4C hair, it's a very unique hair texture, and you want to learn more about regimens, actually, because I focus on regimen for one whole module: products, the function of products, and how to use them. Everything is in that program, and I'm gonna leave a link to it in the I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description box. And yeah, so you guys can go check it out and enroll in the program. And I do give away a bunch of freebies, including those regimens that I talked about, and a couple of my ebooks as well. All right, guys, so if you have any question for me, you know where to find me and how to find me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, by the way, before you go, if this video helped you out one way or the other, if you can do me a favor and just share it out on your Facebook page, so that your other friends who are natural, maybe they also have 4C hair, or their kid have 4C hair, they can also watch this workshop. All right, guys, take care. And from next week, this workshop will be lunchtime, 12 p.m. Eastern time, so that more people can join us from all across the world, because I do have a bunch of people in countries like the UK and Nigeria, and right now it is like 3 a.m. or something like that. So all right, guys, so take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.